Awesome. Don't close all of it. But teleop works on the first try. I am impressed. Awesome. And just like that, we're done for now. So what am I working on? Right now I'm working on the LeRobot SO-101 arms. You can see both of them set up. And I was controlling them. I have some video of that I show later, but in general I had these two guys running, and the whole point here is that they control each other. So one is a remote, this is the remote, and as I would move my hand, this one would follow in sync with everything. And so this project is supposed to teach you about AI, where you train with your hand how to pick up things, say like this, and then put it into a cup. So we'll pick it up and drop it into the cup. And then you would put this somewhere else and it would find it and it would continue doing that. And so first you have to train it, and then you have to run the trained model on what you have for yours, and you will have some AI working. And I've done something similar with the donkey car, where you would go around a racetrack, and first you would drive it with a remote control car, training it how you would do the course. And then you would train the model on the data that you collected, and then I'll let it run autonomously, and that actually worked really well. So I assume this will work roughly the same, hoping though that with the simulator you could do some additional training without me having to continuously do it. And then on top of that, all the shared data that's going on with the project right now. And that was all going well. I was setting up the camera to overlook. I have a platform that I'm building for it so that it's reproducible. So this is just some 2040 extrusion, and then I have it set at an angle so that I know exactly where this map should go. And then from there, there's another camera that's sitting off to the side looking down. There's a camera right here in the arm, and it's looking at the gripper, and so everything would be consistent, so that if I were to tear everything down, I could put it all back together quickly. Well, I think the calibration was not good on this arm, because this servo, not only this servo, smells burnt, and it does not communicate anymore. And hopefully the other servos are fine, because they all now do not communicate also. So I was running everything. I was playing with the webcam just to kind of get the right angle. And then all of a sudden the arm just kind of died, went limp. And now it won't start, and it does smell like burnt electronics in here. So this one moves. So if I were to move these at the same time, this one takes a lot of effort, this one takes no effort at all. They're both not powered on, and it used to move the same, but this one just seems like it burned itself out. Maybe it melted inside. It's really warm to the touch, and it smells burnt. So maybe the calibration was just constantly fighting, putting it down, pulling it down, pulling it down. and I didn't notice that it was overheating, and then it got too hot and finally burned out everything internally. So now I have to order another one of these servos. Last time took about 2 weeks to get it delivered from China. They do have them, I believe, on Amazon, but they're like $30 each versus like $15. So I don't know if I want to pay double. There was another project I was looking at that uses the exact same servos, but for a full humanoid robot. It's kind of big, so I had to decide now what to do as far as how many to order, because that humanoid one needed like 16, I think, servos. So 16 plus one more, or just order another batch of these guys plus one additional one or something. But anyway, I've got to order at least one more to get back up and running, because now this is dead in the water. I plan to make a mount for the webcam so that it's a little more dialed in. Right now it's just kind of sitting on like a crappy little arm, and I can adjust the height and stuff, trying to figure out where I want to put it. So I'm not sure where exactly yet. Height wise, looking down is the best, most optimal way. Should it be in the center looking down, straight down? Should it be off to the side so it gets a full profile from the side? I was trying to play with that. Today was kind of that thing where I was trying to just play with those camera views, but it broke. So for now, the arms, the extrusion, so that it can be put back together. These are some M5 screws with some T-nuts in here so that I can put them back. I gotta order some pan head T-nuts because this does hit the nuts or the screws. So I gotta fix that. This arm also here has come unscrewed. So I have to take this all apart now, which I forgot to put these screws in anyway, but to screw this back in because it's just popping in and out. So it's definitely not in there anymore. So there's some work. Plus I want to get some longer USB-C cables because one of them is short and the other one is long. The power looks fine as far as that goes. But yeah, there's still some more work that has to be done now to get it to the point where I tried collecting some data using the commands. The data was collected, but the instructions on what I'm supposed to do to collect that data didn't really make sense. So as I was hitting next, I don't know how it knows the next iteration. I think they called it an episode. I don't know exactly yet, but for now, we'll leave it at this, that at least the assembly portion is done. What are some of the problems I ran into that you may want to order more servos? And maybe Loctite these screws in for the servo horns so that they don't come loose, because the disassembly is not the simplest thing. There's a lot of play in most of these arms. So they play a lot, and it's every joint is pretty much like that. So I expected that, but the screw coming completely loose now, where it comes out almost completely. I'm not sure if it's just I don't know exactly what's holding it in place now, but it's definitely hard to work with now without possibly breaking it. So well, I will get back to you guys when I get all of those new parts in, and then we'll start training the data, or collecting data for training. So hope this has been helpful. My name is Rico. This is Maker Code, and next step after making this are now the coding parts.